This is a big deal. I know we're playing Destiny right now, but this is a big deal. Patch notes. Helldivers 2 patch 1.000.100 nerfs the game's best loadouts and adds planetary hazards, fire tornadoes, and meteor showers. This is by Wesley here with IGN. Helldivers 2 developer Arrowhead has released its first balance update, patch 1.000.100, which nerfs the game's best loadouts, among other things. This update is now out on PC and PlayStation 5. First up, it's worth mentioning, the patch adds planetary hazards. This means planets now have extra environmental challenges that appear at random while you're deployed, including fire tornadoes and meteor showers. Now, in the patch notes, Arrowhead said there are many more planetary hazards now active, so players will no doubt have fun contending with them all. Now, the meat of the patch, though, is a sweeping balance pass. On this, the quick-fire eradicate missions, which are used by farmers to efficiently gobble up resources before resetting operations, now requires more kills and enemy spawns more often. The time to complete the mission was previously shorter than intended and should now usually take twice as long to complete. Wow. All right, let's just go ahead and just jump down to the patch notes right now. Okay, so for patch notes here, major updates, planetary hazards, active. Many planets now have additional environmental challenges that will appear at random while you're deployed, from fire tornadoes to meteor showers and many more. Curious what many more means. Balancing. Eradicate missions now require more kills and enemy spawns more often. The time to complete the mission was previously shorter than intended and should now usually take twice as long to complete. Again, though, I feel like most people, if you were in the process of like just trying to XP farm, you probably just did defense missions. So yeah, I know the eradicate missions are something separate though. I can't remember what the number is for Helldive. It was like 275 kills. So I'm wondering how much they actually increased it. Now, primary, secondary, and support weapons. Breaker. Decrease the magazine capacity from 16 to 13 and increase recoil from 30 to 55. Now, my question to you guys, I have not gotten in the game this morning. Is this include the incendiary breaker? I'm assuming it hits both. I use incendiary breaker against the bugs. Guardian says that it does not include incendiary breaker, just the base breaker. Now, it's still a nerf, without a doubt, but they didn't nerf the damage. And yes, recoil is going to be higher, so it's going to be a little more difficult to control. And that magazine size means more reload, which is pretty brutal. I hate the reload for breaker. But they didn't nerf the damage, though, so that's good. And Incendiary Breaker is still going to be good against bugs. I prefer to use that against bugs anyways. But again, against bots, obviously, regular breaker. Now, Railgun. Decrease armor penetration. Decrease damage against durable enemy parts. Oh, my God. I thought you guys said that Railgun only got a nerf in its safe mode. So wait. Does it even penetrate armor at all in its safe mode? On the Steam page, it says only safe mode. Okay, I'm being told both. All right, I'm gonna have to just get in. We're just gonna have to get in there and just test it out, guys. On Steam, it says they decrease armor penetration in safe mode and decrease damage against durable enemy parts is what it says. I think if you're running Railgun, you should always be in unsafe mode because it makes it way better. So just to be safe, guys, always running in unsafe mode. Flamethrower. Increase damage per second by 50%. That is a huge buff. That is a ginormous buff. And against bugs, that's going to be fantastic. Yeah, I'm going to give it a go. Laser cannon. Increase damage against durable enemy parts. Increase armor penetration and improve ergonomics. I'm going to try it out, man. I never use a laser cannon, but we'll give it a go. Punisher. Increase total ammo capacity from 40 to 60. Increase stagger force. Increase damage from 40 per bullet to 45 per bullet. I don't know, man. I just don't like the way the Punisher feels. Like, I just don't like its recoil. But I mean, that's good. I mean, they increase the damage and the ammo capacity. Breaker, spray, and pray. Increase armor penetration. Increase fire rate from 300 to 330. Increase the number of pellets from 12 to 16. And decrease magazine size from 32 to 26. The last time we played with Breaker, spray, and pray, it was one of the weakest weapons we've ever used. I don't know if this is going to be enough to push it up. The Punisher buff applies to other shotties. All right, stratagems. Energy shield backpack. Increase delay before recharging. Oh, that's it. Okay. Increase the delay before recharging. We don't know how much of a delay, but it is a nerf to the shield backpack. 380 millimeter and 120 millimeter orbital barrages. Increase duration of the bombardment. Decrease the spread. Okay. So maybe you won't wipe out your entire team. Yeah. So about the energy shield backpack, guys, you know how when you lose your shield, and there's that delay between then and when the shield comes back, they increase that delay. So this is a nerf to the shield backpack. To what degree, I don't know. Someone says it's 10 to 15 seconds for a recharge now. Now, some fixes here. Fix armor rating values not reducing damage as intended. Fix certain bug holes, including stalker nests that were unnecessarily hard to destroy. Now, let me just back up real quick. Armor rating values, they were not working, as in, even though you were supposed to be getting more armor from like a heavy piece of armor, it wasn't going through. So now they fix this, it should be worth using heavy armor now instead of just being slow and having terrible movement around the map. Fix anti-aliasing. How do we say that? Anti-aliasing. Fix anti-aliasing toggle not working on PS5. Balance lighting across all planets to solve cases where the game is too dark. Improve flashlight efficacy. Increase visibility during sand rain weather on Irate Prime. Updated tutorial materials and lighting. Improve cases where some materials could look blurry if lighting graphic setting was set to low. Fix timing issues that could occur in the extract E710 primary objective. Change button interactive behavior for buttons and bunker POIs. Helldivers will now let go of the button after holding it for a few seconds. Okay, so you know your character will literally just lock in place and you have to hit the interact button again. You won't have to do that anymore. Fix some cases of large assets floating if the ground beneath them was blown up. Helldivers standing next to ICBMs during launch will get properly toasty with a chance of not so spontaneous combustion. Fix unthrowable snowballs after ragdolling. Fix being able to use grenades after drowning. So you would just be locked out of using your grenade if you drown. Camera no longer locked on the player's own corpse and blocking spectator mode. Good deal. Helldivers now take damage from fire, gas, etc. generated by other players. Oh joy. Armor no longer stretches when dismembered. Now, these are still the known issues. These are issues that are either introduced by this patch and are being worked on or are from a previous version and have not yet been fixed. Game may crash after dropping several high-power stratagems in succession. Lovely. Picked up items from caches may cause characters to freeze in place for an extended period of time. Picking up items from bunkers and caches in quick succession may render one of the items unpickable. Players cannot unfriend other players befriended via friend code. What? Players cannot unfriend other players befriended via friend code. Okay. Players may be unable to select loadout or return to ship when joining a multiplayer game session via PS5 activity card. Mission objective HUD displays different numbers for clients and hosts during some missions. Default armor is always shown while viewing the war bond, regardless of the armor that the player has equipped. Text chat display is obstructed by the cinematic letterboxing during extract. Some text in the HUD UI is missing or not displaying correctly. Players may experience issues when many players attempt to log in and or play at the same time. Login rate limiting. Players may become disconnected during play and various UI issues may appear when the game interacts with servers. Some games may not be joinable by others for a short period of time. The main takeaway, guys, Shield Backpack got nerfed. We'll see how bad it is. Breaker got nerfed. Railgun got nerfed. Why did those three things get nerfed? Because it was the only three things you bastards were using literally all the time. Okay, there's a reason why I've been applying thy grenade launcher and thy jetpack upon my back to traverse the map and finish out missions. I knew this day was coming. We'll just have to get in the game and just see how bad it is. I don't know. But those are your patch notes.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.